Hello, everybody, and welcome to our fourth podcast. Gage could not be here today. However, we have a first special guest, XX SpongeBob anime lover XX, whom I've decided to call the man of hot takes, or you can just call him Hugo or some shit.
Sup, nibbles?
All right, bro, how you doing, man?
I'm doing all right. Constantly just masturbating, so just like I got to a point where you were like your dick feels like really hot, but you want to keep doing it anyway.
Dude, I feel that. I'm not even lying. Yesterday I went like 6 times, and then I went the seventh time at night, and I just couldn't. I went to sleep.
Nah, I do it like maybe 4 in the morning, like 4 in the middle of the day, like four
For
at
real.
night, and then like in like four like middle of the night. Like I'll be like maybe exactly 12 o'clock and doing like a few more.
Are you being fucking serious?
I'm like not I'm not lying.
Holy shit. I'm
I'm
not
like
I'm not
bored as
at that
fuck.
level, bro. I'm bored
Yeah,
too, but I
I'm bored as
have
fuck. But, like,
I have to do work and shit.
it's like I did too, dude. I go to like I work, and then I somehow still find enough time to do it often. And I'm like, damn, I'm horny. Look, I'm like, damn. I'm like, damn. Is this really the life of a teenager? Like, fuck.
It really is, dude. It's
Yeah.
just that the thing about isolation is you really just get at that point where you just can't anymore, and you just gotta go every day, man, like all the
Like I
time.
learned something about myself the other day. Like, dude, out of all the types of porn, like what really like gets me is fucking like I don't even know why. It's like interracial lesbians.
God damn.
Like it usually it has to include like either a white lady who either has like blonde or brown hair or some not as white but like tannish, like a tannish lady, any tan lady, like not like a light tan, not a dark tan, but like, and some for some reason it's just like whoop.
Dude, like
Like,
the no, it you know what's crazy? That like the most popular freaking category is incest if you think about it.
oh
Like
yeah,
that's
dude,
that's
honestly
that's alarming.
no, I don't know why. Like for me, I wouldn't personally ever do incest, just because that shit's fucking weird. But for some reason, it's like when I watch it, it's like so fucking hot. I don't know why.
I
Like
agree, but like that's still alarming.
I
That
know,
like
no,
every single person on the world probably has watched it multiple times.
I know, and it's like for some reason, it's always when it's older. Like it's usually the best way to do. Like for some reason, I like if I ever watch incest, is usually an aunt and a nephew, or like occasionally, yeah, because I don't know why it's just fucking funny to watch, but it somehow turns you on. It's like the brother and sister thing, but like their step brother and
Yeah,
stepsister.
I always watch those.
Yeah, I know. No, but like I guess the best way to explain anything, like just think of Jimmy Neutron and just the line "got a blast." That's explains me.
Got a blast.
I know, it's just like, dude, constantly like all I do is spend my time just like if I'm bored or not watching something, like I either be watching TV shows, Netflix, anime, or playing video games. If I'm not doing that, I'm like I'm just like choking the chicken, man.
Dude, do you think I should like tell this story about like my old stepsister?
Yes.
No, okay, so I was like 8, right? And
Yeah.
she was like 12. So she was getting at that point where she was just like, I need to fuck something, right?
Yeah.
So
I'm like my body changing.
and then like we were alone all the time, and she would just like tell me some like weird shit that I didn't understand, but it was like always sexual shit. And then she would just like we got to a point where we like almost did it, but then like our grandma walked in because we were there with our grandma, and
Oh, that's what the fuck? That's even worse.
I know. And then like we no, but we did. We were about to, but we never did because I didn't want to. But she was just like, you know what,
Damn.
I'm gonna do this. But I was like really young, so I didn't understand anything. I was like, oh,
Yeah.
and we would just talk about all that like all the time, and she would just ask me questions about like how what it's like to be a dude and shit.
Yeah, she touched your pee.
A little bit.
Damn. Wait, what was the first time you like fully on like knew you like and jacked off? Like the first time you knew what masturbation was and you did it.
9. It was before I could, 9 or 8.
Damn, it's around the same thing. I think it was like in late fourth grade, so I think it was like 9 or 10.
I couldn't it was just dry, bro.
No, it's more like I started seeing like because you know how girls go through puberty at younger age. I'm
Yeah.
like seeing girls changing, and I'm like confused. I was like, what's happening? Why am I not growing taller?
Well,
Why are the girls becoming taller than me? Why am I like
swear to God.
why is there bumps? Why is there everything? And I'm kind of like tingly, and then like it's like I don't even know what masturbation is, but like I'm like rubbing my dick because I think it just feels weird.
I know. No, but like it's weird because it's like the dichotomy of like, do you understand this? And you really don't, but you have to do it anyway. Like
I know.
your instincts are like not your instincts are like subconscious, so like you don't know what they are, but it makes you do stuff.
Yeah, it's like I don't know what's going on with my dick, but it feels good, so I'm gonna keep doing it.
Exactly. Like it's just a drive. It's not really a need. It's just like what your
Yeah.
body tells you you need. It's
Um,
it's weird.
what about the first time you watched porn and what kind of porn was it?
That was like really young. That was like four or five.
No, like you did it yourself. Like you actively looked for like
Yes,
when you were
4 or 5.
able to. What the fuck? Like, I didn't even know what like porn or shit was until like I was like fifth grade.
It was because I had my dad's laptop and I would be on the internet all the time. I would be on like old YouTube, Newgrounds, all that stuff. So I got on like the internet really early. I understood what it was. I understood.
Yo, what the fuck? No, I learned the porn because I started watching like I forgot I don't know what anime was big at that time, but I started watching anime and then like I met a friend. We're not gonna speak of him, but it was a fifth grade friend. Oh no, you probably know him, the ginger boy.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
He's like actively ginger until we got in middle school. He was like changing. But yeah, besides the fact, I don't know. He introduced me to porn or just talked about it, and then he was. I don't know why. He also introduced me to hentai, which I didn't know what it was. I just thought it was
I didn't know
another
what
type
that.
of
I didn't
anime.
know what that was until
I didn't
until
learn
like
what
12.
hentai actually.
I just
Yeah,
knew.
I didn't learn what hentai actually was until like middle school. But he mentioned it, and I didn't know what it was. But he showed me like a lesbian porn video, and I don't know. It just stuck.
It's weird, bro.
I don't know. That's just like the go-to thing sometimes.
It really is.
At least for me.
No, like you ever see the eternal question, like the trap argument, bro?
Oh no, our trap's gay.
Yeah.
Oh no. I
I don't know.
maybe
I think they're gay. I'm gonna do a hot.
I think they're gay because the majority of the traps are gay.
The
I
majority,
mean, like,
no, like a majority of them don't even look like girls. They're just like weird dudes.
I don't know. Like, have you ever seen a straight trap?
Yeah, it's called a femboy, dude. Well, no, like actually no. You
No, a femboy isn't
you
real.
can't have a straight trap because their whole point of traps is that they have to trap a dude.
Is it? Yeah, I guess.
A
No,
femboy could be straight, but they would be like
no.
girly and shit.
I feel like I don't know. Sometimes they unconsciously like attract men. I guess they do it because they want to, but it's not their point to get men. I think for some of them it is, but not for all of them.
No, that's the whole point of a trap. You can be like the reverse of a tomboy, which is femboy.
I know, but like think about it.
Are tomboys gay?
No,
Exactly. So you can have a straight femboy,
because think about it. There's also reverse traps, which is like
a
a
tomboy,
girl.
a tomboy.
No. It's just like
Wait, no,
it's
it's
a
actually
girl who basically looks like a man. Think of like
no, and they try to trap women.
I don't know.
No, that's the whole point.
Sometimes-
That's the whole point of them is that they try to trap women. Otherwise, they would just be a tomboy. It's
Yeah,
like
but
it's a
sometimes-
classification difference.
I guess, but no,
The whole point of
Sometimes
them is
it
that
can
they're
be-
gay.
not all of them.
Then
I've
it
seen
would be a different classification.
Because I seen situation because no, when you're like I don't know, a femboy, you add more feminine and you add more like women. You're not like fully on dressing up as a woman like in
Yes, you
drag
are.
queen.
You can.
No, you're not. Femboys don't put on
Yes, they
like
do.
fully on. Not all the time. No, they don't.
Not all the time, but like the whole point of a trap is to trick somebody. That's the reason why it's called a trap. And the reverse
I
trap
guess.
traps people, and that's the whole reason why they exist. They can be a femboy or they can just be like a straight person.
I don't
But
know.
they can.
It's too
But the
complicated.
whole reason why they're doing that is to trap somebody, so they're automatically
I,
gay.
I don't fully categorize it correct like fully as that. I feel like some
I had this.
traps could be.
I had this
Most
argument
traps
on a
are gay.
server, bro.
Most traps are gay, but not all of them.
All of them are gay.
No, it's. I feel like a majority of traps are
If
gay.
it's not a trap, a trap is not gay, it has to be a femboy.
I don't know. That's not exactly. Cause like you probably watched like you watch anime when there's like that one character. They each anime like especially most like some action or especially like your slice of life and stuff like that. They always
Yeah.
or just like I don't know any comedies especially have that one character who's looks just like a girl. It's a guy.
ReZero has a lot of that.
Exactly. And most of them are traps because you believe that they're girl until you learn otherwise. That's a trap. But they're not always like gay.
Yeah.
Sometimes you're just like you get trapped in believing, oh shit, that's cute. But then you're like, oh fuck, that's a man.
No, but then you date them, and if they go through with it,
What, you don't date them?
what do you do? How do you do? How do you find out then?
Like, oh, perfect example of a reverse trap. My Hero Academia, there was that one character who was Magna. That you know what I'm talking about?
No,
You never watched My Hero
I
Academia?
haven't. Actually, haven't. I'm sorry, I really haven't.
Oh my, never mind. Never mind. Fuck you.
I need to, but I
Um,
haven't. I don't watch anime anymore, bro.
no, okay. Fuck. Let me give you. I don't know. There's like examples where there's like a character that looks such like a man until you learn it's not, and you're like, fuck, that's a trap. Even though the character in question isn't gay, or,
No,
or even the guy.
it's it's like I'm gonna use the squares and rectangles argument. Not every fanboy is a trap. No, every trap is a fanboy, but not every fanboy is a trap. So
I don't know.
so by the sheer fact that you trick somebody and then you go through with it, then you are gay. And that makes you a trap because you were trying to trap that person. You may not have done it intentionally, but you did. And if you go through with it, that makes you gay, and that makes you a trap.
I don't know. Like, like what part of you makes you a femboy or like
If
a
you're
full on trap? Is it like the cross dressing or is it like what you
no,
do? Your actions?
it's your actions. It's like no, it's like if you try to trick somebody,
I guess. I don't know.
cause you
I'm
could.
still standing firm with my argument that not most traps are definitely fucking gay, but there's a small percentage that aren't.
I don't know about
That
that, Chief.
that's my standing.
It's weird. It was still hot though, dude.
I don't know. That's my standing. Is what then not all of them
Have you ever
are
looked?
fully
Have you ever
gay.
looked it up though? I have to know.
Yes, because I had to go through the realizations that there's traps
No, do you
and
like
that there's
actively like look them up and like for material?
no like actually for like material. No,
Yeah.
fuck no.
I have a whole folder with them, but it's just for like memes.
I don't know. I've seen the ones where there's like reverse traps before,
I don't
and
like
I
that.
don't know.
I don't no. I really don't.
No, it's mostly like it's basically just a tomboy.
No, like I saw one that's like looked too real. It's like but it did not look right in my brain. Like I've seen enough traps, dude. It's just that like
Yeah,
when you see like a full on reverse trap, it's just like weird.
I don't know. I've seen one where it's like there's this there's this one guy who feels like he's gay because he's attracted to this like one guy, but it turns out that it looks like a guy. It looks like a think of like a really like skinny. Think of it like your average protagonist, where they're like skinny or kind of no like yeah, skinny but muscular, like with slim like athletic build, and then
Yeah.
like have like either like their hair down like to the side or have it standing up. It's like one of those ones that has their hair down to the side. Like think of a Kirito,
Yeah. They they
but a
they
little
they
bit more,
have a little bit in. They have
but like
ability.
a little bit more muscular on it. And
That
so he's like, "Oh, I think I may be gay." And then turns out later on that, oh shit, they dress up as a man most of the time, and then all of a sudden I see them going to the restroom, and then I don't know how I forgot. It's just like one of the, the situation where you somehow get into like that one scene where oh yeah you slip or somehow actually walk in on them, you know that happened, and then he was like oh shit, um you have bandages, you have things covering up your lady part, and then okay I'm gonna run away and never talk about this again because I'm confused now, and then you slip, and then yeah
yeah.
that thing happens.
Yeah. It's just a bunch of weird.
I don't
Like
know.
it's like a the whole thing about it is that it's a huge gray area where like people don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, you know what's a really big gray area though that we nobody ever likes? It's like when there's like straight cross dressers,
I know. Oh,
like a
well, you
full on
can.
cross.
Well, I've done it. No, I'm just kidding. No, but
It's
like
like
I
where there's
could.
like we know there's just like one guy who's dressed up completely as a girl and meets up with like another like an actual girl, and you think oh shit they're lesbian but they're not, and then he pulls out his dick from like a panties or something like that.
That's just a femboy, dude. Like that's what I'm saying. Like they're not always gay. All right. Bro, I want to talk about old YouTube. Like back in the like way back in the day, like 2008, 2006, and then up all the way up to 2012. Back in the day with like remember Vanos back when he used to make videos.
Yeah, what about? Oh, yeah, I know
I,
what you
I
mean.
miss it, bro.
Wait, speak now that we're talking about old YouTubers. Do you remember like when all the Minecraft YouTubers used to be
Oh
like a
hell
thing?
yeah! I remember Scottish
Yeah.
Minecraft back when he made showcases. Old Dan TDM before he was a faggot. Um,
Before he was a fag.
and
I just
then
love how you were no. Like Sky Does Minecraft had his own like that little group. I forgot what it's called. What was that group called? That everyone used to. Like, I used to watch it all the time.
I
Oh,
don't
Team Crafter. That's what it was.
Team Crafted, yeah.
Yeah, when it was like
Wasn't that with
him,
like
like
Sunday and then whatever?
Husky Mudkiss,
Yeah.
Tribu, and Deadlocks, and damn, who else was in it?
I'm gonna be honest. Aside from his music,
Oh, Jerome. That's what it was.
aside from his diss track, his mod showcases were the best content he ever put out. Aside from like his music,
Yeah, I like the music,
his music.
and there's like that's like with Adam slash Sky, he's one of those cases where the music was good, but people didn't care about it. And there's sometimes where it works in your favor. Like think of Joji.
Yeah.
Like Filthy Frank went from making like hilarious and comedic videos, which
Dude, you see he's getting his
still hold dear to my heart today, and they're like classic, man. So if
yeah.
you want to laugh, you watch Filthy Frank,
Yeah.
and then somehow he turns that around, and it becomes Joji, becomes edgy, and then makes really good music.
I know. And it's cuz you ever see like how his voice was really messed up because he did that voice for so long. He did the
Yeah.
Filthy Frank voice. His like vocal cords are like trashed. And then
Oh
he
no.
just now is like fixing it. Like he went to like vocal coaches and all kinds of stuff. Cuz his throat was like so coarse from like doing that voice for so long.
Was it really?
Yeah. His voice was fucked.
Damn, I didn't know that.
Yeah, he's recovering. He has like scarring on his like vocal cords, but they're like healing.
Damn, I knew like I've been listening to his music like since when he was still Filthy Frank.
You hear how he's using less auto tune now because he can hit those notes better. That's the reason why.
I guess, but no, I don't know. Some of his earlier songs he really didn't use that much autotune. Then he just became, but I don't know.
His
Most of
first songs
the
weren't
type
that
of,
bad, but like as his character like started to wear down on him.
yeah, because like think of like he used to make like he also made like raps and like music with his characters. Like think
Yeah,
of like the
and
pink guy, the
but
pink
his
guy
voice
music.
was okay then. His voice slowly like diminished and he stopped doing them.
Yeah, because he made like songs as the character of like pink guy,
Yeah,
and then he started making songs as Filthy Frank, and then like as Joji, which wasn't called Joji at the time, I think.
it was. You remember Joji Vlogs?
Yeah.
I fucking missed that, bro.
Oh.
It's because his fans were like faggots. I don't. I hate. Look, his videos are great, but I hate his fans a lot.
Oh yeah, I know what you mean. Like no, I mean some of the fans are all right, but then there's some that are just like stupid or like
Like
toxic.
they're toxic as hell. Because
Yeah, because
he was
they're
a
like
toxic character, but she had to like realize what he did.
yeah, in a sense. Because like I remember the videos are still classic where he made like um oh like pimp my wheelchair. That was a really good video.
I remember
I was
that.
like well, that's one of the best ones. Like he used to make his like things I hate videos.
Yeah.
Like oh I really hate um weeaboos. I really hate.
Oh yeah,
And there's a
his
bunch of
hate series. Oh yeah, I remember that.
like I hate series and stuff like that. And it was like, and then he just makes like a bunch of things. And he was like, people who think they're depressed. There's that video.
Yeah. I let my computer air out. It's fucking hot. It's just that like he made a channel of videos that I don't think anybody is ever gonna be able to like replicate perfectly.
Exactly. And there's a lot of YouTubers like that, but we don't. They're like not as big anymore, or just quit.
Remember like the old YouTube poop days?
Oh my, YouTube
Dude,
boobs.
they're all the fucking good ones are gone. Like I'm serious. They're all gone because of either
I think yeah, cause I
copyright
think
or
they
like strikes because they use fucking edgy content.
not only that, it's because they were very inappropriate.
They were and they but they had every right to be because they were the only thing really pushing they were like pushing the envelope forward so to speak and they were like being edgy for their reason of comedy.
Yeah, yeah, and especially because of the fact that they're just supposed to be funny and parodies, basically.
Yeah.
And YouTube encouraged parodies, so I don't understand why they're like saying it's not good anymore.
It's because they want to protect their public image, but they don't realize that public image is all they fucking have.
Exactly.
And to get more, you have to be edgy and like allow people to post anything they fucking want. Why do you think Live Leak makes so much money?
Yeah, but people try striking down Lively because some of the stuff they post is fucked up.
I know, but they get fucking money. They get hella bank.
Yeah.
Like, because YouTube realizes that their financial situation is terrible because of the fact that they are being so shady with their copyright and shit. So they're like they're losing like ad companies because they physically are just getting bored of YouTube.
Yeah.
But the music companies that they're allowing to just fucking take people's revenue are doing amazing, and they're profiting off that shit.
I know. Like, I don't know. It just YouTube nowadays become more complicated than it was before.
Yeah.
Like I could go on YouTube, watch like some like really funny shit and they would be cussing or saying whatever. Or they'll just like make jokes about anything and nobody would care.
Yeah.
Everyone was on par with it.
It's just
Like
a change of times, like because of like the outbreak of like political correctness, they've
yeah,
adopted that.
yes, and it's all about political correctness, and that's legit the reason. Like, watch a whole bunch of old videos. You hear, and even podcasts or even just in general, you can make like messed up jokes and get away with it because nobody will take it seriously. Now everyone get busted about everything.
I remember when Adult Swim went from like this fucking little ass company that fucking exploded basically. Now they're like one of the
Yeah,
biggest because of the fact
and
that they
it
don't care. And they're still like a small they're
exactly
still a small company, but they've like fucking expanded so fast because they just don't care.
yeah, and the way they did that is basically the late at night, and even though it's late at night, people still watch it
I know. And then
because it's just
like
yeah,
fucking BBC, MTV, all and like Comedy Central, all those people used to have really really good funny stuff, and they just collapsed basically into just stuff that's not really funny
yeah. Like,
anymore.
have you seen South Park over the years? It's kind of like
Yeah.
uh, or like Family Guy. It's kind of like yo,
Oh,
it's
dude, I
good
remember when Family
occasionally.
Guy used to make some fucked up jokes, bro.
I know, like Peter would talk about killing people, or like, or meet like terrorist leaders, or meet like political figures, or
Yeah.
just like anything, and then he can't do that no more.
And then like I remember this one part where there's like the fucking where they made like Jewish jokes all the fucking time because
Yeah, it's like, oh, if I wish upon a Jew, or like a star or something like that, I
it was
need a
funny
Jew.
because
Yeah, like
it was funny because it was fucked up.
exactly, and nobody cared. Like, only people who cared were people who were like butthurt, or just like politics, and it comes down to like, yeah, political correctness.
Well, I think it's more of a thing where like not millennial parents, but like there's a certain like people's parents, right? The people that actually
Yeah,
like run these businesses and shit. They there was a point where you can't be fucking outrageous, right? You're just seen as like immature. But that's honestly not how it is. Like being outrageous for the sake of comedy and not for just being outrageous for the sake of
yeah,
comedy
yeah.
is
That's what comedy is.
it's more brave than what the fuck people are doing now.
Yeah, like,
It's not
comedy.
childish.
Like, one of the biggest points about comedy is to make jokes about stuff. Is to, I guess, in a sense, give a gap between what we believe and what we don't believe, but just mix it all together and make jokes about it.
Yeah.
Comedy is comedy is meant to push the edges of just society in general. Like, look, and you can see this with everybody. Like, especially with music, you see like the rappers. Eminem was thought to be controversial, and
I
nobody
know.
wanted him. They
It
couldn't
was
stop him.
and
Now
now
he's like one of the biggest rappers. Snoop Dogg, same way. NWA, like your classic rappers were all thought to be like, oh, convincing like younger generations to like and rotting their brains and shit.
it's because people are scared of the truth.
And they're scared of change.
And they're scared of change, yeah. Like a lot of people are scared of change and that's kind of the reason why like um Antifa exists and shit. It's because they profit off people being or they don't profit like monetary wise, but they profit vocal wise and like popularity wise off of people just being afraid of their people being afraid of like them being diminished. However, what
Yeah,
they're doing the exact opposite without you knowing.
it's like when people say, oh, we found like satanic Easter eggs or something, like, or controversy. Oh, here's a conspiracy theory about something, even though there's nothing to back it up. It's like really vaguely like connected.
Also, dude, the fucking KKK doesn't exist anymore. It really doesn't. Like, um, I've seen like videos of the KKK, and it's always like the terrible shit that they do. Right? It's always either really really stale, or it's like, or like I find like really really small amounts of it happening.
Yeah,
It's like no comparison to all these other groups like some alt right groups, some like really leftist groups, and like are at this point worse than the KKK should like could have or would have ever been
yeah.
because they're so fucking popular among like people that are like politically motivated.
And so
Because
that's oh,
the
what was
thing,
it?
sorry, no, it's the thing about because the thing about the KKK was it wasn't politically motivated. Like they motivated on a goal that only like a percentage of the people would be able to jive with. Like it was a goal, it was a niche goal to begin with, But now that
Yeah,
you've based a goal on a political position, now you have basically half the country on your side.
yeah. In a sense, it's more like when people it's similar to how people like small people make claims, but everyone latches onto it, and it kind of like snowballs. And
Yeah.
the opposite can happen as well. It's like when something big, and then only small people actually believe it because he can either call the bullshit, or just no, it just doesn't stick. It's like basically trends. It's like even groups or in organizations are trendy or not trending. It's like like there's times where YouTube was like, oh shit, it's fucking shit, and there's sometimes where it's like it's the best thing that ever happens,
Yeah.
and it's just like that happens to like everything. It's just like people thought like when Nintendo was first becoming a thing, it was like, oh, video games they're not gonna catch on, but then it catches on, and then people start saying, oh no, again it's bad. That's how it was like in the early 2000s. Oh, video games are like satanic, or video games are this, and it's just
Yeah.
like people can call it out for bullshit, but some people are gonna believe you,
Yeah. It's just
and it's like,
it's just a bunch of lying. It's like knowledge wars basically.
yeah,
Like it the only people that are really gonna succeed in this environment are the smart ones. And and not everybody's
well,
smart.
or just the people who refuse to like change or to hold strong to their beliefs. Because if you keep changing with the times, you'll eventually reach a point where you like people will call you out for like, oh yeah, like oh shit, you're like a
Or
you're like you're like somebody.
everybody should try to be like a modest contrarian. Like you have to go
It's
against popular belief sometimes.
kind of. It's more like because there's sometimes where it can work in your favor, or sometimes where it doesn't. Or like
Yeah.
when you morph your like I don't know. Think of like some of your artists, like biggest like rap musicians. They can like sometimes incorporate like parts of like newer music and make their original music better. But
Yeah.
it's like sometimes when you lose original roots, or sometimes when you like sell out, people are gonna like, oh shit, you just sold out.
Yeah. And
It's
then
it's like people will still believe you, and you can still become popular that way. But just like if you there's only so much you can sell out, and it's just like stick to like if you stick to certain types of audiences, it will just grow in a sense,
yeah.
and then your fan base will grow knowing that I guess in a sense you can consistently be I guess in a sense yourself.
Yeah. And then a lot of the time with a lot of artists and stuff, they find a lot less security in other people and more in their own self. Like for like making music. I mean, I don't mean like pop music, like where you have like a producer. I mean self-produced music with bands and stuff like that, and
Yeah,
like independent artists and rappers and stuff. They sit at home, they look deep into themselves, and they write based on that, and they push everything else out.
yeah, because like you can tell the difference when there's a song that just meant to be trendy or a song that is personal to you,
It's deep.
or like yeah,
It
and
means a
there's
lot
some
to the art. The best music is the one that means a lot to the artist.
yeah, and it's like you can think of two like the best examples from like that you were either written or not written by them. You can tell the difference.
I'd think of the Passion and Warfare album by Steve Vai. I know not a lot of people like Steve Vai because of I don't know. He's really flashy and
Yeah,
he's really out there, but that's just how he is. That's how he is at home too. He's like he hung around with like Frank Zappa and shit, and he was weird. And so he like developed that with him and stuff like that. But the Passion and Warfare album, he literally locked himself in his house like like the coronavirus outbreak back in like 1986 or 87 or something.
yeah,
He just and he released it like in the early 90s. And he just sat in there, wrote things, and then tried to make them perfect and fill in whatever gaps there was with just creative inspiration, and it made this album that you couldn't just choose a song. You had to listen to it from start to finish because it was just an experience. It
yeah.
it
What you
lets you
mean?
feel what he was feeling at that moment. And I don't think any of his other albums can even come close to that one because of what he did then. And he was like really he was really spiritual at that time. And he like fasted and stuff like that. And he would just sit in there
Yeah,
for hours and like even days at some points. And he would just sit there and work alone.
yeah, and I guess that's what like, and I don't know. In a sense, you could say that for times now, it's just like people have much more free time. It's just what you do with it is what you can make something of it, or you can just waste your time like with, like just getting by, or like I guess in a sense just filling it up.
That's kind of why I got into like technical death metal and like prog metal and stuff. Is because with those
Yeah,
types of music, you have to be musically inclined, and you
yeah,
have to
and
be
this
you have to have a passion in like what you do to get the attention of people. Because at that point, you have to be above average guitarist. You can't just be like a you can't just be like a Metallica, basic, and then like be like a Nirvana and shit. You can't be like any of those people. You have to be fucking above them in terms of like skill
yeah.
level, and you have to put passion into what you do.
I guess in a sense, it doesn't also like just fully rely on what you can and can't do, just what you make of it. And I guess
In
this
some
also
ways,
is like,
I think I
yeah,
think I think that's why people make music that goes viral is because of just what they do with it instead of like their
it's
technical
to be
capability.
relevant.
Yeah,
It's basically being trendy and relevant. But it's just like people can apply like these concepts to themselves. It's just like you have time, like especially now we're just most of us are just staying home, not doing much. But we can take this time to do something better. It's like you would think, oh, this is a bad time. There's nothing good can come of it. But you can, if you see on a constant basis, you can see that people are trying to help each other. People are trying to actually make a change. Some people are trying to like in a sense, you can see a neighborly or just like a friendship vibe coming from people more often now than you can. You can see people helping each other and just see the best parts of it, and not see the if you like. It seems like a bad time, but you can still see good in it, and
optimism.
it's like yeah, it's basically just having a positive mindset, even regardless of the bad times. Maybe you can use this time to learn a hobby. I guess in a sense, learn
Hmm.
something new, or just take time for yourself. Maybe reflect, learn more about yourself. Have
Like,
time just to see who you are, and just I guess reinvent yourself, or just re-idealize who you are and what you believe in a sense.
yeah,
Because maybe you learn something, maybe you don't learn something. It's just like what matters to you and what you can take of time you have. You can, I guess in a sense, reinvent yourself. You can, in a sense, it's just time you have to focus on yourself, or time to focus onto other things which will help you improve in the long run. Are you gonna
hmm,
take the time to do it? And it's just like, I guess in a sense, it's commitment,
yeah.
and just I guess in a sense just having drive for it.
But then
And this is the
again,
perfect time to do it.
then again, in if you imagine a game, it's not always the most technical player, the best player in the game that just the one that gets noticed all the time. It's not always the case. Sometimes
Yeah,
it's just people just go unnoticed. The true geniuses just go unnoticed. I
and
think
it's like
I think taking the time to at least attempt for people to see you is is good. But if they just don't,
yeah,
I guess you just have to deal with it.
yeah, it's like it doesn't matter if you reach your end goal. It doesn't matter if it's like when people try to say, okay, I'm gonna do something and it's gonna work, and they don't reach the point. They either like they don't look at upon it in the best light. And maybe it's just like, oh, maybe you made an impact, or just your journey there is what matters, not like the end result. It's just like you came close to doing it, but that doesn't mean you have to give up there. Maybe you can do it again.
I feel like you should
And it's
just
like you're never successful like every time on the first try. It's like you're never gonna consistently be a 100% a person,
yeah.
but it takes your effort and just commitment to get there.
And then on the topic of that, like people that put their heart soul into stuff and then expect to get popularity out of it. It's just you can't do something and expect it to work. I mean, you should have the mindset, but you
Yeah,
shouldn't. You shouldn't completely expect it to work. Like you shouldn't
yeah,
expect
and
fame
and
and
it and
expect
it's gonna work
money.
sometimes. Like it works sometimes, and it doesn't work other times. And that's why when I guess why when we watch things like is I guess it's you can think it back to music and you can think it back to like entertainment. Sometimes you enjoy the people more who just make things because they want to make it, or just cause I don't know. Maybe sometimes like in this regardment of entertainment, sometimes you may enjoy the people who I guess in a sense act more carefree or just like act the way they want to compared to the people
I
who
think
are
people that are more
just like
real.
consistently serious or sticking by. Like, I guess in a sense, would you prefer improv or would you like strict methoding? And it's like
It
okay,
depends.
look
You gotta have both.
like maybe you're watching YouTube. Are you gonna go for the person who like it's a try hard all the time? Or are you gonna also watch the people who have fun? Maybe they're not the best at the game, but they consistently like exercise sense. They're doing it because they love it, not because they're the best at it, or maybe because they're not recognized, but they consistently do that.
Well, tryhards are like people on TV.
It's like, would you consistently watch people who try like, yeah, it's like, okay, I love esports in a sense, and it's just seeing the competitive and seeing like the skill level, but I'm not gonna only watch that. I'm gonna maybe watch somebody who's like playing video games and having fun as well, because you have fun along with them.
Yeah. Or you want to talk about the? You want to talk about the thing that Trump said where he was gonna inject the bleach?
Oh my god, yo, it reminds me of every challenge that becomes big. Oh yeah, you have your tripod challenge, your salt challenge. You remember the salt challenge
Yeah.
when like people would pour a whole bunch of salt into their mouth.
Yeah.
Yeah, cinnamon challenge. It's just like a whole bunch of stupid. It reminds me of that. It's basically creating a new one. Oh yeah, let's inject ourselves with uh like bleach. Let's inject ourselves with like Lysol spray. Yo, it's gonna end badly. And then he tries going back and say it's sarcastic. It if it was, even if it was, regardless if it was taken
You're the
seriously or not,
president.
you shouldn't say that on public television.
You
You're a
look at
president
that
and you're
point.
not supposed to do that. And people are gonna believe you, and you can't blame you can blame the people. You can blame the people who do it, but you should also blame yourself. It's like half. It works both ways. It's not only the people's fault. Sometimes they're just like stupid, but it's also your fault because you shouldn't have given them an idea to begin with. It's like when you tell somebody to like do some stupid ass shit and you don't take it seriously, but they still do it. You gave them the idea to begin with, so you have some fault. It's like when it's and this could be put in any situation. It's just like, oh, I don't know. Oh yeah. Oh hey, huh. I'm bullying you. I'm gonna bully you. I'm gonna make you feel sad. And then they kill themselves like, oh, I didn't tell them to kill themselves, but you gave them reasons to.
Yeah.
You gave the idea to begin with. It's just like that. Or
Not necessarily. If that person is gonna do that regardless, and you gave them a way to, they were gonna do it. They were gonna do something that was gonna kill
it's
them
more like you gave
regardless.
them a reason to, or it's
No,
like
not
when
really. It's you gave them a way to. It's like they were gonna do it regardless, but you gave them a way
no, it's
to
like
do it.
you're bullying a kid, and because of your bullying him, he wants to kill himself. You basically gave him a reason to believe that he wants to kill himself.
Well, that's true. But you could, if you
No,
think,
and it can also. Oh,
well, if you think about that, then that would also apply to like video games, like how that would give people a reason to go out and do it in public. However,
that's not how it is because people don't
I
take it
know,
seriously.
exactly. And that's
Exactly,
the
but that's a
different. That's the
difference.
difference between normal reality and being the president.
Yeah,
The
and it's like
president, people will follow what you say no matter what it is,
yeah,
because
and
there are
and and
people
and,
that just
and the
don't.
reason is because you have power, you have authority, and you have, I guess, since it's reputations,
You have
regardless if it's
yeah,
good or bad. If like you can have like the worst reputation, but you're gonna be known as the guy who has the worst reputation, so
yeah,
you're gonna be known regardless. It's like oh, when you have people saying like, okay, we all hate Hitler, so he has a bad reputation, but we still know about him.
Yeah.
We still know about people who have bad reputations, but it's like, yeah. But the fact is that you're in the power to influence others, or you have power, or just power in general. You're just, I guess, a platform. People are gonna listen to you regardless if you're serious or not.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, your parents, when your parents do something, and I don't know, maybe you see your parents doing something, and maybe it's not the best thing, and you do the same thing, you're gonna do it.
Yeah. It's just like people see the president as a role model, which they should because he's like the fucking president.
It's like
No, but like
it's like somebody older or in power or some, especially with age, when you're younger, or even when you're older, if since he's above you and he has authority, you're gonna listen to them,
yeah.
regardless if they're right or wrong.
And then on top of that, like there's people that are there's people that look for just like the most entertaining president, and they might see this as a good thing, okay, because that's entertaining. Like
Yeah,
I know
like think
Mumkey
about it.
Jones, if you know about him, and we can talk about him in a minute. Mumkey Jones, a long time ago, he did some stuff, and then he said that he voted for Trump because he was an entertaining president, because he had like he was entertaining and he was outgoing and he did stuff that was entertaining. It wasn't because he wasn't because he believed in whatever he talked about. It was because he gave something different. He put something different on the table, and
I guess.
he seemed more genuine than everybody else did.
Yeah, I guess I know what you mean. Yeah, but it's just like, I don't know. You shouldn't say something jokingly or serious
If you're the
on
president, yes.
television. Yeah.
Well, you can say it on television, but if you're the president, no. The FCC a long time ago just made all of these bunch of rules that you can't do on TV, and it's just I feel like that's the one reason why they ruined TV. It's like how they did with YouTube.
Yeah.
They gave them a bunch of rules what you can't do, like copyright, like guidelines, basically, like they have on YouTube.
Yeah, but it's like there's nothing wrong with guidelines, but in a sense, okay, so it's like people say that guidelines are bad, but they're put there for a reason. If they make a rule talking about you can't say this or you can't say that, it's kind of for a reason. Maybe you can joke about it, or maybe you can like do something, but you're not gonna be serious
Well,
about it.
I agree with like the basic guideline stuff, but any kind of swearing you do, any insults you throw at somebody, it should be given because that
Yeah, and
free speech.
it's like okay, when you're on a news site, you wouldn't make you shouldn't
You
like
shouldn't, but
make
you can.
sarcastic things. But maybe let's say you're like on a talk show. Maybe you can. You can if you're on a talk show, but not when you're on public television on a news like
Well,
platform.
yeah, news is different. If you're a news station, you should probably have more respect. I mean, they can still say it. I don't care. They can say whatever they want.
Yeah,
I just think that
but
they can.
it's like you should be more cautious of what you say though.
But I don't think they should have a not have a right to say it.
Yeah, but
I
it's
think they
just
should be
that.
called out by the public as like a bad news station, and then they lose
Yeah,
all their
but maybe
stuff.
it's not always. It's like I don't know. It's just. It's like when.
What do you think CNN and Fox is doing so terrible? When
Yeah,
they,
because people are calling them out on
yeah,
both of them for like shit they say.
yeah, I know.
Yeah,
They're losing viewers,
but
dude.
I guess it's kind of their fault since there are news. If okay, if there's news like shows, say something, and people like believe it or people are like following them. Of course, some other people are gonna, even the people listening to you can call you on your bullshit sometimes. Sometimes they like, yeah, they follow you, but sometimes they don't. But maybe like you're on one of their like news like talk shows, not even news. It's more, I guess, in a sense, I guess accepting to make a joke or to say something not serious,
Yeah. All right,
so people know that.
you want to talk about Monkey Jones?
Don't know who that is, but explain to me who Monkey
Oh, really?
Jones is.
Okay, okay. This is gonna be great. Okay, Monkey Jones was this YouTuber that talked about the you know who Elliot Rodger is?
Yeah,
The shooter that was like a mega virgin, and he like shot up. He went into the street and just shot a bunch of women and people.
yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, he made a video on him, like criticizing him and like or not necessarily criticizing him, but going into his manifesto and just discovering why he did this, like they would have done with Hitler or something like that. Like
Yeah.
you remember how they read Mein Kampf to see like why he was like doing all this and like looking into his psychology. That's what Monkey Jones did. And Monkey Jones was
It's like kind
always
of like
he was always a person to like push boundaries and like make edgy jokes, but not at the expense of other people. But like he did it for a good cause, basically.
yeah, and it's like when there's sometimes where you talk about it a subject and then everything you say is taken into like out of proportion. But for him, it was more like
Yeah,
so. Basically, what you're making it seem is like for him, it was to I guess in a sense show why things are happening.
yeah. He was showing why he did that, and YouTube banned the shit out of him. Like he got 5 copyright strikes in one like all at once, kicked off the platform.
Wait, why? Why?
Wait, no, he got
why
6.
copyright?
He got 6. Both of his channels got removed.
Yeah, but why did he get copyright strikes?
I don't know because he talked about Elliot Rodger,
No.
even though he technically did documentaries.
Yeah, but it's like when YouTube takes off like parodies, or I guess in a sense Nazi jokes. Well,
Yeah,
don't they have a rule that says that sometimes parodies can be I guess in a sense they're allowed?
yeah, but no, it's odd that Mumkey would get kicked all like
But,
so suddenly over not even the worst thing. It was a documentary on a shooter.
yeah, but no, but the thing is because people don't want to. It's like when you have something that I don't know. It's similar to how when there's something you talk about which people don't. I guess they don't. Okay, it's like something that they don't want you to hear in a sense.
Yeah,
Like you should know about it, but they're covering it up. So once people are finding out about it, is that's the bad part, I guess.
yeah. I think they used that as an excuse to get him off the platform because they didn't like him already, regardless. Because he was already like a free thinker, and he was
They don't.
highly praised on YouTube for being this voice of like reason.
Yeah.
And it's just YouTube hates that because YouTube hates people that are like that because they will go against them and they
Or their
will like point
sponsors.
out, yeah, they will point out, and their sponsors will go to Mumkey because of the fact that they pull so many views in. Mumkey made his channel, got it removed twice, and then made another one, and it got 1 million views or 1 million subs. Just from like his, and then he got more viral videos. It got
Yeah,
released.
like not all of his video like were like in a sense weren't like not all of his videos like fully on talking about it, or how was it?
Not all of
Like
his.
what was the
No, no,
channel
it was
based
like
on?
it was a small section of his channel was dedicated to Elliot Rodger. All of his other videos were like well, like he was a filthy Frank type person,
Okay.
and he's actually really entertaining if you ever watch him. But
Okay. So
he was like a documentation type person. Like he would do documentaries, he would do like comedy videos, and he would do exposés and stuff like that,
okay, makes sense.
and about like certain people and certain things. And then the Elliot Rodger thing was like a reason for YouTube to just take him down.
Yeah, I guess in a sense it's just that I guess in a sense I can see where like I guess concerns could come into, but also at the same time as like yeah I mean it's like how is it that Netflix, Hulu, just a whole bunch of other like even YouTube and different platforms can throw out documentaries about like murder cases or about people and their thinking like serial killers and talk about their
Yeah,
background, and then in a sense and like I guess in a sense sometimes like think about it like people like that's one of the reasons the Joker movie, that's why people were concerned about it, because I guess in a sense it gave you a reason why he was like why he became a joke and why he did the things he did.
Yeah.
People like one of the biggest reasons I feel like people do that is because of the fact that they're scared that you're gonna sympathize with them or realize, okay, these are the situations that happen. This is why it should have happened.
No, but he did that in a
Like
way
I
that
understand.
he did that in a way that you would come out of that video thinking he was the biggest piece of shit of all time.
Yeah, but I know, but it's still like, yeah,
It's like
and so yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that, but I don't see anything wrong with like, okay, yeah, he was still a piece of shit for doing it, but
yeah,
there's a point where like some people or like some documentaries or things give you the reason why he did that or give his tragic backstory
dude.
and then
There's
give
this,
you a reason to sympathize with them. That's dangerous. It's like there's a difference between knowing why somebody did that and actually like, yo, fuck, I felt that and I understand completely where you come from. It's like
maybe.
that's kind of that's dangerous thinking is once you sympathize with. It's like when you try to defend the actions of somebody who did something wrong by saying he's innocent or saying that he didn't do something, and that's kind of why you know how people okay you've probably seen this go around when people say like, oh, free my boy this, free my boy
Yeah.
that, you know, like free my boy, and they give a name, and then if they're like small crimes or maybe he's not proven guilty, it's all right. But if there's like he fucking murdered or shot somebody or attempted to
Free
murder
my
somebody,
boy.
why the fuck would he be free? Why the fuck should we free him? It's like I've seen that people talked about
Or like
when
a lot of the times it's like attempted murder and they don't get away with it.
yeah, and it's
Like
like
and they shoot at
where they
police and shit.
they did some fucked up shit, and you say free my boy, that's fucked up.
No, I
I don't
think
know.
a lot of
I
those
understand
I
you, but it's
saw.
like if you truly believe it's innocent or there's like some skepticism, it's like you can tell when a case is like skeptical or when it's kind of shady or
Yeah,
there's suspicion. But then there's the times where it's like straightforward. It's like you fucking killed somebody. We're not gonna free you. We shouldn't free you.
that's why body cams are so great because they tell the whole story.
Yeah, and sometimes it's like okay, yeah, that police like oh yeah, the police officer had a reason to shoot, but people shit on the police officer. But then sometimes it's like oh shit, the police officer fucked up. So we should like, okay, yeah, you do reserve the consequences. You can see both sides of it. It's like
I remember when this dude was getting like chased by the police and then he like pointed his phone at him like a pistol, like a fucking idiot, and then they shot at him, and then
okay,
everybody got
that
pissed.
yeah, I mean, I know, but the thing is, that's kind of the guy's fault for shooting for pointing a phone at
I know he
as
pointed
if
it
it was a
exactly like
gun.
a pistol and he had his flashlight on.
Yeah, but the thing is that in the sense it is fault because I don't think the police are acting like on like short notice,
I know.
so they're gonna
It's like
believe that.
imagine a lot of the times when I see all that stuff, I put myself in the position of the police officer. Okay,
And it's
you
like
walk into
no,
a
it's
house.
like
Okay, and it's really dark. Okay, somebody jumps out in front of you, and like
no, but it's
and
not
like
always dark. Like I've seen this one body cam. The police officer got I don't know, he didn't get like fully on charge, but he did get like he did get some sentencing, but he didn't get as long. So basically, the guy told him, okay, I have my papers in my shoe box. Like, I don't know what's the box called. The glove box, the
the
glove
glove
compartment.
compartment.
I'm
Yeah,
gonna reach into it and get my registration and my documentation. And so he reaches into it and starts pulling him out, and then the police officer shoots him. And yeah, of course, and then it becomes a big thing. But of course, I mean, like he told you, okay, I'm gonna pull something out. Okay, there should be no suspicion, but then you shoot him.
I wouldn't shoot him. I point a gun at him because if he no,
No. This
look,
guy
listen.
just like took out his pistol from his like as soon as he reached in there and started pulling something out, the officer just pulled out his gun and shot him.
I'd point a
So in a
gun at
sense,
him
like,
because of the fact that a lot of people will say I'm gonna reach for a thing in my glove compartment and they fucking pull out a gun.
no, he legit pulled
I
out papers, and there was somebody in the car with him. So it's just like, in a sense, yeah, I understand. I guess in a sense, like I understand. Like, yeah, you should fully get on mad about this, but there's some situation where you shouldn't.
yeah,
It's like
and then
if you have a reason to like, okay, if a case is like, and that's like what I'm saying is that if if the case seems like okay, yeah, you definitely did the shit, don't say free my boy did. It's because you're sympathizing with them, regardless of what they did.
Yeah.
You're basically almost in a sense being an accomplice because you're allowing him and telling him it's not wrong for doing something. But in a sense, if there's some suspicion of doing something wrong and there's something like it's not completely cutting case dry, you can believe what you want in a sense. Like, oh
Yeah.
yeah, we found like there was this one case where it's like we found his okay, we legit found his wallet at the scene of the crime. No, he didn't do it. I was like, nigga, why would his? I mean, like, boy, why would his wallet be at the scene of the crime? He doesn't even live there. And they were like, I don't know, and they'll brush that off. And it's
Don't
like,
don't worry about swearing, bro. We're like an hour in,
oh yeah, whatever, fuck it.
and I don't get
No,
money
but
anyway.
I'm like the fuck, like, and that's where it's like, okay, or when there's like a serial killer or something, and they're like. And they rock a documentary about it, and they talk about his tragic backstory of how this could have prevented if they didn't bully him. Oh, when the Florida shooting happened in Orlando, with the school, I forgot what school it was. Green Hope, something like that. No, not Green. It's like I don't know. It's one of the schools that was in, I think in Florida. I'm pretty sure it was in Orlando. I quote me if I'm wrong, but no, it's like. So what ends up happening is that yeah, they run a documentary talk about how he was bullied. His mom and stuff like that. He started talking about his like tragic mom story. A
No.
lot of things happened to him, and people start feeling bad for him. That's dangerous. Yeah, what the beliefs you should have is like, okay, we could have prevented this. How can we do this from happening again? Not saying, yo, I totally understand why he did this. It's wrong what he did, but we totally understand him. It's like once you sympathize with somebody who did something wrong, that's when something bad happens. Because you're giving so much media coverage about this one guy telling his story and making people sympathize for them, though they're more tendency to do the same thing, and they're gonna
Yeah.
be they're gonna feel like it's all right. It's like when something's covered in media, things similar to that one event are I guess in a sense become more common because we're telling somebody's story because we're giving this person, I guess, a reputation. It's whether it's good or bad. Maybe we could talk shit about this guy who killed somebody and becomes big story. People are gonna like, okay, oh yeah, he did this. Oh, maybe I can get famous for this, regardless of like their thing. Because some people are just, I guess, in a sense, not in a good place.
Dude, it's crazy that he gets taken down for that, but Monkey Jones gets taken down for that, but like I literally saw a video that was monetized of plane crashes,
Plane.
like
Yeah,
top
I
10
know.
plane crashes. I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, that's fucked up.
I
But
know.
I guess
It's
you can
fucking
kind of.
monetized with like 5 ads.
Yeah, no, but I guess it's because of the fact that they're trying to make it say, oh, it's all like, oh, it's nothing wrong because it's like, I don't know what it's called, historical. Like, oh,
So is the fucking documentary.
I know. And so, oh yeah, like I think it was like 4 years ago, 5 years ago, they made like another documentary because there's not already about the Columbine shootings, and they
Mhm.
started talking about the guys who did it, and just talking about how everything went down that day. And so, like, I think like a few weeks after, this one guy shot up a store, and another guy shot up like I forgot what place it was. And then one of the guys was reasoning was that I watched this documentary, and I guess in a sense it kind of resonated. The other guy was just like I watched the documentary, so I want to do the same. And I'm like,
Bullshit.
okay, okay. I was like, okay, I guess. But
I
yeah, in
just
a sense, it's like
it only stupid people that would do that anyway are gonna just say that.
yeah, but it's like you're giving coverage to something often. People are gonna take it to heart or just gonna resonate with it.
I think people like that are gonna do that regardless. I don't know.
It's like
I
oh,
don't know about you, but that's what I believe. I think those people are gonna do that regardless.
it's like when people read manifestos and I guess in a sense they believe it and they like fully on like yes, I'm gonna do the same.
That's fucking stupid. Wait, did I ever tell you about
It's like
the
it's like when Mein Kampf. Think about it. okay, people are gonna read. Some people read with it like modern day, and they're like, "Yo, I totally know where he comes from. I'm gonna do the same shit. I'm gonna be I'm gonna follow the Mein Kampf as if it was like the Bible." And some people are like that. They'll like take something and like hold it up to a pedestal.
Bro, did I ever tell you about that that fucking Reddit? It's like a Reddit or like a group or something where like girls go and they like fucking fanfic about the Columbine shooters. That fucking exists.
No, I did not know that, and I didn't want to know that.
It's real, dude. It's a fucking thing with like these women and like school shooters.
I mean, I
I
once
think it's fucking hot.
no, I mean, I guess the closest thing I've seen it is this animation, and it was a make believe one. It's basically this this it's two guys, and it's like a gay one, but I don't know why the fuck I found it. I think I found it on 4chan, and so yeah, um two guys, and basically what ends up happening is that I guess one of them is really struggling. I don't know what. It just shows him in his room. He's like crying. It's like it's not stick figures, but it kind of basically is. It's like blocky drawings. And so basically, he goes into his room. He's like crying, and then he calls up this one friend, and then they start talking to each other, and they get closer. You can see like, oh yeah, we're gonna hang out and shit. And then they start going to different stores and buying stuff. And so basically, like they're basically the whole story is that they start like they build close friendship and they start like buying home stuff, and it doesn't add up until the end where like they fully on like I guess since they plant a bomb and they plant a bomb, they're starting to explode the building, and then they shoot anybody who comes outside. And so basically, it ends up like with them kissing each other, and then they shoot each other.
Damn, that's hot.
And that's not no. So basically, the point is like you're supposed to like see the struggles of the two characters, and then becomes them becoming closer, and then it ends up with them like I guess in a sense kissing and like shooting each other.
It's fucking gay, bro.
It really is. But the reason I bring this up is because the fact it's just like okay, huh? Why are we? Why is this a thing? Why are we taking like I guess in a sense two characters that did something wrong and making a story about them and making it better? It's like, yo, this is crazy. Why the fuck who would in their right mind would do this? And that's the thing I'm trying to get. People do weird shit or just do some stupid ass shit. But yeah, we don't know why they do this.
I don't know.
And those are the people that can be swayed or taking advantage of it if they don't know what's happening.
I'm gonna call up my psychology professor, bro. You're a fucking faggot.
What?
Fucking asshole. He fucking he throws like underhanded comments at us if we don't get our work turned in like early. He's like, you speaking like he's like rude as shit.
Like, what did he do?
Like in emails, he's like rude as shit.
Like what? What did he say?
He fucking pissed off this person I know. She turned in her work, and she had to redo it. And then when she turned it back in, she had to like talk to him about it. And then he kept throwing like a fucking underhanded comment, so she just kept getting more and more pissed off.
Like what kind of comments?
I can't remember, but it was something like this is why you have a fucking this in the class, and this is why you suck. Or it wasn't like that. It was like this is why, like basically just putting her fucking down, just for the sole purpose of making him fucking happy. I was like, you fucking asshole. You barely fucking grade anything anyway. You wait till like 2 weeks after we turn it in, and you fucking put it in as a 0, bro. Fucking diminish my grade like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Is there anything you want to talk about the coronavirus now? I'm bored of this.
Wait, what are you gonna do?
I want to talk about something more more exciting, like the coronavirus.
Something more exciting?
Yeah.
Okay.
The coronavirus.
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about. I got a situation for you.
What? Oh yeah. Okay. Okay. We're good. Let's do
Okay,
that.
this is a hypothetical situation.
Hell yeah. Hold on. Tell me.
So what if me and you? No,
What? Finish that,
so
bro.
I
Finish
was gonna say,
that, bro.
what if me and you kiss as a prank?
I'd do it.
I'm just kidding. No, fuck, that's not what I
I've
was
done
gonna
it
say.
before. Fuck you.
Okay, that's not what I was gonna say. I
It's
was gonna
called
say
a
this.
joke, bro.
Okay, so hear me out.
I'm hearing you, bro.
Okay, so let's say you're okay. How do I explain it? What would you do to yourself to consider an actual like modification or becoming like I don't know like a robot or like an android or like a cyborg kind of thing?
I've already wanted to put an RFID chip in my hand.
Like let's say that I don't know. It's like would you is taping something to your finger count as a modification or not? Or like you glue
I have an
something
RFID ring. If that counts, then I have that. I'm a cyborg.
like it's like what how much you have to change to be
I
considered
think
a
you have to
cyborg?
get something under your skin. It's like robotic.
Okay. Like let's say I put like I stick something like
It
in my
has to be
finger.
functional. Yeah. It has to be like a chip or something.
Okay, so I don't know. Let's say like I put a fork in place on my finger. Am I a cyborg? Since it enhances my body.
Yes, technically.
Yeah, like I cut off my finger, put a fork in that. It
Because
makes
it's
it easier
technically,
to like
yeah, you technically has a
it's a
function.
modification, but it's not. It's like not your typical like
But
modification.
that's like a mechanical. That doesn't make you a cyborg. That's like a mechanical addition. That just makes you like
Okay,
a.
let's say I instead of my
That makes
hand
you a
I put a
machine,
finger.
bro.
Like I don't know. Like I put where my hand is, I put like a phone. Does that count?
Yes, that would fucking count hard. You'd be like the first person with a fucking phone in their hand, except for like the freak accident niggas.
Like I don't know. It's just like
No, but if you think about it,
it's
if you
just
have a whole entire computer in your hand, that's what a phone is, right? You have a whole ass computer in your hand.
yeah.
You were a
So
fucking
what's the difference
cyborg.
between so what's the difference between putting that and like maybe putting each one of my fingers as a different type of I guess I understand. I have a knife in one.
Cutlery. No, it's just a mechanical edition. That's not. That's technically not a cyborg edition.
So
It
be
has to
like
have
a
it has to have
cyborg.
like a
It has to be
transistor
something
or
like
like a chip.
it has to be huh?
It has to have like a transistor or like a chip or something.
So like if I put a flashlight on my hand, does that count?
Yes, that would count.
See, like it's like it's
I don't think a
is it
fork. I don't
really
think a fork would count, but I think a flashlight would count. It has enough electronics in it. That would
maybe.
be fucking cool. A fucking flashlight in your hand when it
It's
gets
like
dark.
I'm a superhero.
Flashlight man, dude.
You know, I'm like the flashlight man. Like I'm going over here, I'm just like gonna flash you with a light.
That's all he does. He just moves it back and forth, and you get it like you get epileptic seizures.
I guess.
That's fucking the lamest superhero of all time.
No, it's like okay. Side topic. Like think of like your actual like think of actual like superheroes, or just think of like their series, and you have like that one like villain who's like a fucking shit villain.
Kite Man.
Kite Man. I was gonna say Kite Man.
Motherfucker, I love Kite Man. He's so
Like
stupid.
he's stupid. There's like I don't know if you heard like Danny the Street.
Oh yeah.
He's legit a street.
He's
He
a
turns into
fucking street. Yeah, I've seen that.
he's a fucking street.
Imagine being a fucking street.
That's like so fucking stupid. I'm like, what?
A fucking street.
Oh my god! It's like, what's the point? I don't know. Do you have any like other villains or?
I can't think of any right now. There's Elastigirl. That's only useful. That's only useful in real life. That's not useful for any villains.
I guess.
If I could eat my own ass, I would. Quote
do
me
you
on
do?
that. Quote me on that. Give me like Ethan 2020. If I
No,
could
we're
eat
not
my
gonna
own
do
ass,
that. We're not gonna quote that.
dude. I'm just saying. If I could, I would, bro. I'm not removing no ribs.
No, like Stiltman. I don't know if you know who
Oh
Stiltman is.
yeah, I know who fucking Stilt Man is.
That's from like fuck, what's the name? The red guy.
Red Hood.
No, it's from that series.
Which one?
Daredevil.
Daredevil. Oh
Daredevil.
yeah. The fucking red guy. The fucking red
Daredevil.
guy.
Fucking red guy. No, Daredevil. That's where Kite Man's from.
Yeah, I know that.
That's funny.
Fucking the red one. Yo, which superhero
Wait.
are you talking about? The red one, bro.
How many red superheroes are there?
There's Spider-Man. There's Superman. There's
Iron Man, kind of.
the Red Hood.
I guess.
Daredevil. That one fucking section of there's Captain America, and there's that one section of the Red Lanterns.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. Just think of some like of the worst superheroes that you can think of, or like the worst like villains. And let's
Me?
talk about like what their powers are meant to be, or like how the fuck.
I don't
Like,
know.
think of
Make our
like,
own.
someone
Make
like,
our own.
Oh yeah. Actually, yeah. Let's make our own superheroes.
Just
So,
make
like,
our own superheroes. Okay.
like think of like the most like popular but useless superhero. Like,
Dildo
in your-
Man.
Huh?
Dildo Man.
Would it be Marvel or DC?
Oh fuck yeah, DC, bro. Its parents are gonna be fucking dead.
No. Here's my superhero. Think about it. Just think about it hardly.
Stanley, rest in peace.
No, I was about to say, think about it hardly. Erection.
Yeah. I'm thinking, bro.
So his power is to like
Cameraman.
shut the fuck up.
Cameraman, bro.
That's basically
His head's a
like,
camera. His head's like one of those fucking Sony camcorders from fucking 2008.
oh no,
He only takes 480p video, dog.
Mr. Walkman. He just plays music.
Mr. Discman. That's his son. He can play CDs.
No, he just throws CDs at you. He was like,
Yeah, he just throws CDs. I think Cum Sock Man.
why? Like, okay, what about your like your villain? Will it be like a villain with a tragic backstory, but like, think of a villain. Okay, create your own situation where you have a villain has a tragic backstory. But tragic backstory, unfortunately, gave him a bad power.
The Assler.
What's that?
He sits on a stove, and he goes underwater to like soothe his burns. Then he gets pulled under water by like one of Aquaman's fish, and then he now hates Aquaman, so he's gonna like kill Aquaman. That's his story.
What the fuck?
It's the ass. What I say? Assen?
The Assler?
Assler, yeah. Man,
So for
imagine sitting on a fucking hot ass stove with your ass, bro. That would suck ass.
Yeah. So basically, my guy is
Adele Mouse.
I don't know how to. I don't know how to say this. It's
What?
kind of it's fuck.
Say it, bro.
Mr. Corona.
Does it just
He's
give
the
people
guy-
virus?
Yeah. So basically, his power, his tragic backstory is that he was beaten as a kid and he was thrown out of his house.
He was
and he has to
injected. He was
survive,
injected with
grow up.
bleach.
Yeah. So that's another guy. You should. That's another. Like we'll get to that later.
That's the hero.
That's the other guy. Basically, it's like Yeah, this guy has he gets stuck in the mountains and he's like wandering off, and then he comes across a cave, so he eats a bat, and then all of a sudden he just like becomes the Mr. Corona, and I'm over here like passing off this virus, and the only difference is that it's just like you fucking ate a bat. Like, what else can I say? Everyone's gonna and like the superhero, yeah, as you said, is Mr. Injector. The injection.
That's a cool ass name.
The
God
injection.
damn, the injection. Holy shit, that's a nice name.
It was like, oh, we meet again, injection. And he just starts throwing like a lot of like bleach, like no. You you know where his like he just like starts like shitting it out or like pissing it out, like, and he just starts like getting all like supplies.
Bro, imagine
Yeah,
like, bro, does anybody still use fucking Loot Crate? You remember that?
Luke. Oh, I remember Luke.
You Loot Crates, bro. I never bought one, but like, I wonder if they still exist. Maybe they like, didn't they like fucking go out of business?
I don't know. Did they?
I don't know.
I've always wanted to get one, but I never did because I never had money.
I think nobody fucking bought them.
Like, no, I don't know. I don't know. Everyone kept like,
Sponsoring the fuck out of them.
yeah. Yo, I just remember some villain. I think it was called like the Chameleon. All he can do is like change colors.
That's fucking cool. I want to be purple.
No, but you can't fight.
Dude, I can be black.
Shut the fuck up.
Imagine just like you walk somewhere and you just fucking change your skin color, bro.
I guess.
Dude, I think Michael Jackson was that superhero.
What?
He can fucking change his skin color, bro.
Yo, what? Okay, what's your idea? What's your sidekick? If he had a sidekick, what would he? What would he be and what would he do?
He'd like his name would be Faggot and he would suck me off.
Okay, you cannot say that.
Yes, I can. It's my channel.
can?
I don't get paid.
Okay, you shouldn't say that. How about that?
Well, that's true, but I don't care. I can bleep it, but I'm not going to.
Yeah, don't do that.
All right, now we're getting. All right, wait. We have to make time. We have to stop for our sponsor, Skillshare. Create great new websites quickly. No, I'm just kidding. We don't fucking sponsored by Skillshare. Fuck that.
What's Skillshare?
They make websites.
Oh. Weebly.com.
We now sponsored by Fiverr. Use code faggot.
We're sponsored by GoDaddy.com.
Dude, I remember fucking GoDaddy, bro.
Is that still a thing?
Yes.
No. Okay. What's your favorite commercial, or like, what's the commercial that? First, give me your favorite commercial, and then say what's the commercial that always played that got you like that you still remember for some reason, regardless of you don't even know why.
I don't. It's not my. Hold on. I'm gonna do the second. I'm gonna do the second part first. The one that I always fucking remember. It was this one fucking Cheerios commercial that always came on, and it was on TV for 6 fucking years.
No. Okay. So
I don't know my favorite one though.
Oh no, but with the commercial I remember the most, and it's like there's this one mesothelioma, like you know what it is? Like that one mesothelioma like commercial that came on. I don't know why it was on every channel. And
I know.
They always talked about the same thing. And it's like the same commercial. It's the exact same commercial on every channel, and for some reason mesothelioma, and I don't even think half the people in this country know what mesothelioma is.
It's like a fucking lung disease you get from exposure to like asbestos or some shit.
Yeah, but is it really that big? It has to be taught on every channel.
Well, they don't use asbestos anymore, or like they don't use hazardous chemicals in plants anymore and shit. So it's not really a concern. It's more for like the people that used to work a long time, like old people that used to work with like asbestos, and now they're getting like cancer from it and like health
Yeah,
problems.
there was also that one commercial about lead, about if your house has paint that
Yeah.
has lead in it, you need to change it.
Well, no shit. Cover that shit up. They don't want fucking lead poisoning. We're not retarded.
As a kid, one of my favorite commercials was that one about the Reese's Puff commercials, like when they made that rap. The Reese's Puff, Reese's Puff, Reese's Puff, Reese's Puffs.
You know what's great about fucking lead? It changes to white if you wait long enough.
Oh shit! Maybe I should cover myself in lead.
You change from black to white. All right, bro.
I'm brown.
Dude, are there any new video games that are actually really good? Because I still haven't found any.
No, I haven't kept up. 'Cause a lot of them were delayed. The
I
only
know.
big game I keep hearing about that everyone's
Doom Eternal, and Animal Crossing, the new one.
Animal Crossing. Yeah, that's the one I'm talking about.
Yeah. Dude, Doom Eternal soundtrack is fucking Gucci.
I haven't played it or listened to it.
It's great.
I guess the biggest thing I played was my dick.
Oh. I don't have.
Got you there.
Oh damn.
Got you there.
I wouldn't call mine massive, bro.
I'm definitely a grower.
Same. Bro, are you uncircumcised or circumcised?
I'm not Jewish. What am I?
You're circumcised?
No, I'm uncircumcised.
Oh, for real? Shit.
I'm not Jewish.
I am. I'm not Jewish.
Oh no.
My shit cut, bro.
No, I got again more. Maybe when I grow up, I'm gonna like cut it off and like fry it up.
I've
And
heard
get all the
that.
cheese off.
What the fuck? Dude,
get all
hold
the
on.
cheese off.
Have you heard the story about the vagina bacon?
No, I don't.
Holy
want to.
shit! No! I gotta tell you, it's for the podcast. Do it for the views, bro. No,
It's views.
no. I actually have to tell you, it's fucking crazy. So you know how have you ever like touched a fucking vagina in your life?
Yeah.
Okay, so the hymen, and when that shit like breaks and comes out, this fucking one lady, hers came out in like one string, so like all of it came out at once, and it was like this long string of like flesh, and she fucking fried it up.
What the fuck, man?
She was on like 4chan, and she was like, "Yo, should I cook this, bro?" Everybody's like, "Yo, do it." And then she just
No.
fucking fried that shit up. She said like that shit smelled good, but I'm not gonna eat it.
What the fuck? Why would you do it to begin with?
Dude, I would send you pictures, but this shit's fucking nasty,
No,
bro.
don't send me pictures. Why would you send me pictures?
This fucking cooked vagina bacon. Do this shit with your foreskin, bro.
No.
Fucking
No,
eat
like,
that.
no.
One
No,
upper, and eat your fucking foreskin.
That's the best prank. That's actually a really good prank. It's just to like, if you're like uncircumcised, get it circumcised, take off the skin, no, you cut that shit off yourself, and just like, cut that shit off yourself. Get like some scissors or something.
Nah, you gotta put it back on there, bro. You gotta like soak it in formaldehyde so it like stays
Yeah,
fresh,
no,
and then you have to put it back on.
No. Like, no, get all the cheese off. You know, get all the cheese, and then just, like fry it up. Some cheesy foreskin.
Jesus Christ.
No, another good prank is to go up to your friend while he's sleeping, just like pull his pants out, like suck his dick.
What the fuck?
I'm just kidding. Go up to your friend. While he's
That's the
sleeping.
greatest prank.
Just get off the foreskin.
Make him question his entire life in 1 minute. That's
No,
fucking
like,
great,
okay.
bro.
Go to your friend, like just cut off his foreskin.
Did you know who Mudahar is? From
What?
Some Ordinary Gamers.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, so he was like on old YouTube, right? So I saw him on Charlie's podcast, like the official podcast. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And he was on there, and there's one section of it. He was like, "Yo, you want to hear how I ate my old cum one time?" And then it was like, it was like, he said like he was asleep and he was like dreaming of like a relaxing ass car ride. So he's like having like the best dream. And his fucking girlfriend wakes him up. And he's like, "Yo, can I give you a handy?" And like in 2 a.m.
What the fuck?
So then like he just does it, and then like at the end he just like fucking busts into his mouth, and and she goes up to him. He's like, "Did you like that?" And he's like, "Fuck."
Nah, here's what I think will be funny.
He said yes. He said yes, but in his brain he was like, "Fuck no." He was like, "Oh my god."
No, what's a new way to jack off? I found out.
What?
Like I found this the other day. A stick shift.
God damn.
The stick shift. That's what I'm calling it.
Is that where you go downward and then like you go back towards
No,
yourself?
have you ever driven like a stick shift car?
Yeah.
Or know how they work?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do that to your dick. It's just like you're like the room, and then like at the end when you're about to bust, you go to the 5. You go like yeah.
What the fuck? That wouldn't work.
I know,
Dude.
but it's just like it's just a new way to do things.
I used the tent method for a little while, bro.
What?
I would go over the top. And then
How?
I'd like use my fingers as like webbing, and I just like go up and down.
Wait! What the fuck? How would you would you just like bust in your hand?
Yes.
Oh my god! No, stop, please.
No, it was when I was like younger.
No,
now I
you're
just
getting
now
like,
now I just
and then
fucking
you're like you'll get it and you're like yummy.
Oh my god. I've tried it before, bro.
No, what the fuck? Why would what?
I don't know. I was wanted to, and I was just like, this tastes like shit. I'm never doing this again.
Like, oh, it's like that one time like where you were like little and like, you thought it was chocolate, but it was just like your dog poop. I'm just kidding,
dude. It wasn't that bad, but like it wasn't good.
Stop! Why are you still talking about this?
Yeah, cause I want to, bro.
No, it's just like I don't know. Think oh, here's an idea.
What?
Think of a new way to like just like have sex or masturbate. Think of a new way or position.
I can't. There's too many. I already know all of them.
That's not a good
I
thing.
can't make a new one. I've literally seen every position. You never read the fucking book with all of them?
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, I've read it. It has all of them. Well, I've read it online.
Like, no, this reminds me of like this one time during middle school. I think it was on 8th grade year. We were talking about like I guess it was like the sex ed unit, and one of the first things he talks about what are some slang terms.
I swear to God.
Masturbating, and then one for having like for having sex, and then like what are some other slang terms?
It was just like no, he was just like come up with all the slang terms you can, bro.
And like positions and shit like that, and we were just basically talking about slang and just like what knowledge we have about it. And then he was like surprised at the end. He was like, "What the?" He was like, "Whoa, you guys like surprised me on some of those."
Dude, my mom just texted me saying she want to go get me a fucking yearbook. I'm like, nah, bro, save your money, dog.
She went to go buy you one?
Yeah, and I was like, bro, they're like $80.
I don't know. I want to buy one, but I don't know.
Senior year one, maybe. I'm not paying that much though. I really don't want to.
I don't know. I want to get it just for the memories.
I don't know. I'll forget it. I'll have fucking Alzheimer's or some shit. I'll get fucking Alzheimer's and forget, and I'll be like, what the fuck is this book? That's not me.
Know. You looking back at like you like 18-year-old. Are you 18?
Yeah. I'm 17.
Oh, never mind.
No. It keeps going. Keep going, bro. I just think I'm 18, bro. I'm about to be 18.
No, I was gonna say you're gonna be looking bad. Oh yeah, yo, this is when I was like in my teenage years, I used to
Suck
talk
dick.
Okay,
No,
never mind.
I don't, but
Let,
that would be
let me
funny.
let me
That would be
let me
funny.
end this story. Let me end this story here before like it just spirals out into something about self-revelation, which we don't need to talk about. Okay, let's think of another topic. I don't know.
Sucking dick.
How about like black people? Let's talk about black people.
Polite people?
No, actually, no. Let's talk about gay people.
Sure.
They're like, okay, why are people who are gay and talk about in LGBTQ community
Well, I can
always
only
talk
speak.
about
I
gay?
can only speak for bi people.
No, why do they keep complaining about being criticized? Like, nigga, just stop being gay. Being gay.
Just stop being gay.
Stop being gay. Like, I don't know. Like, like people keep talking about like, yo, you so gay. I was like, why are you gay offended? Like, that's what you do. Like, you ever seen that video where it's like, so it's basically that one guy was like, it's asked like 3 questions, and he was like, oh, if you ever meet a trans person, uh, what would your honest opinion be?
If I what?
Would you? It's like if you meet a trans person, what would you think about them? Would you think they're a regular person? Yes or no?
I don't
The
know.
second question was like,
It depends on what kind they are.
and so the second question was like, it was basically just talking about, in your honest opinion, do you hate or like gay people? And the third one was like, it was basically like, would you accept all types of people who are part of the community? And then
Not
it
all
was like,
types.
and then the last part of it was like, if you said no to any of these questions, where you're discriminatory and you should fuck off. I was like, and then it's basically like the whole conversation was like, bitch, you
Oh.
ass.
Yeah. No, it's always it depends. It depends on what kind of person they are. To me.
It was like, no, it was like, would you date a gay person? And if you said no, then like,
Why would I? Why?
you're a bitch for that. I don't know. It's like,
How do you
okay,
even do that?
like, wow,
Then they're not
okay.
gay.
It's like, you ever seen that one thing where it's like, I might as well die.
I just
You
want
ever
to
seen that?
die.
I might as well just die. Like, oh, it's like those memes where it's like,
Oh, I
oh,
forgot. What is it? Might as well die. Yeah.
yeah, it's like you recite the Quran, or without taking a breath, or you kiss me. Well, might as well just die.
Guess I'll kill myself.
Or just like, it's like stuff like that. It was like, would you rather date me, or like, I
Holy
guess in a sense,
shit. I think I might have to post this to the server. This is gonna be funny to see how these people react to this.
what?
I wonder how much viewer retention I'm gonna get, because I know at least a couple people would watch it all the way through.
Yeah, yeah. It's like, I don't know. It's like why gay?
Why gay when you can suck?
Why gay? It's like,
Why gay when you can? Why gay when you can straight, bro?
it's like just stop being gay. Like, I don't know. Maybe I just woke up this morning and I was like, huh, you know, why gay?
No, but like what I imagine it's like for like gay dudes is like imagine like how like you like women, right? And you like hate dudes.
I guess what?
You know how like how opposed you are to like gay people, right? Or not like gay
I
people,
guess.
but like gay shit. Like you know how like opposed you are to that.
I guess.
Imagine you feeling the same about straight shit, and now that's like how to put yourself in the position. Like they literally like feel that indifference towards like women.
Oh, it's like when they were like, oh, everyone should be gay, and I was like, that's not how it works, Chief.
That's not
That's
how it
not
works,
how
Chief.
it works.
It's
That's not.
it's you can't put yourself in that position.
No,
Like
because there's a thing where it's like everyone should be gay, and we don't approve of these like straight people. I was like, that's not how it works, Chief. And it was
we're
like,
here we feel that way for a reason,
everyone
bro.
becomes like you ever watch the South Park episode where there's like the future immigrants,
Oh yeah.
and so at the end, the way they stop making future immigrants is by being gay. That's how it's gonna end up. It's like there's gonna be no future. We're all gay.
We're all gay and we just die.
Just die.
I'd imagine there would still be some people that would continue, bro.
It's like it's the same thing with like all types of people. Like, yo, stop complaining about being black. Just like not be black.
Just don't be black, bro.
Pull up Michael Jackson. Just like, pull Michael Jackson. That's all you do. Do whiteface. I don't know. Drake did that once.
Drake and Josh.
No, and I'm talking like Drake, Drake.
Yeah, I know.
Oh no, it's just like, just
It's fucking stupid.
Stop being gay.
Dude, I'm tired and loopy.
It's like pretend you're fighting somebody, and then like all of a sudden you just start moaning. Like, what the fuck? I don't know why. I just thought of that. It's like, let's say you're fighting like somebody, and they just start moaning during the fight. What would you do in that situation?
You gotta fuck him, bro.
Like, let's say you're fighting someone, they just start moaning. Would you stop? Would you continue? What would you do?
I don't know. At that point, I'd be like in so much attrition that I'd just be like turned on or some shit. Like, you know how weird it is. Like when you have like adrenaline in your body, you can't think straight. So you just start thinking gay.
That's not how it works. I don't think that's how it works.
I think that's how it works, bro.
No, if that ever happens, I'm like fighting somewhere, or arguing, or like messing with somebody, and then they start moaning. I'm just gonna like walk away, not say anything.
I mean, same.
Just like, okay, just like walk away.
Keep hitting them. No, if they do that, you gotta beat them straight again.
Beat him straight. I'm gonna like
Gonna beat him straight, bro.
Like the fuck you say?
The fuck you say, bitch? Fucking punches him in the face. God damn.
It's like, I don't know. It's just like,
dude, we're at like an hour and 40 minutes, bro.
Like,
we got a solid stream, good.
Like you ever seen that meme where it's like that guy where he's like with his pants up, like the little skinny black guy, and it's like with his pants like to his like stomach, and he's like, I'm gonna go meet the CEO of like whatever.
Oh yeah, I know the fucking picture you're talking about.
Like that's me right now. I'm like, I'm gonna go meet the CEO of a gay.
I'm gonna meet the CEO of gay.
I'm gonna beat the nigga up.
Bro, for real, that's how I look when I go ask my boss for a raise, though.
Yo, it's like, no, for me, it's like whenever I go ask for something, I'm like, remember SpongeBob where he's talking about like the pretty patties? That's me.
When he has his fucking pants on.
No, the pretty patties when he's like selling them.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's me.
That's fucking stupid. Dude, that episode was great.
Oh, that's where like the Mr. Krabs like meme came from.
I think the first episode. You remember the first episode with the spatula, the robotic spatula, and like all the nematodes came in, or not the nematodes, but all the things, all the fish,
the little fishies, the sardines,
yeah,
anchovies,
yeah, they all came in.
Yeah,
dude, that was literally my favorite episode. It was like the first one. I was like,
nah, my favorite
it had a
episode
stank. It had a stankiness to it, bro. It had like a YouTube vibe.
No, my favorite ones were like SpongeBob and like Squidward, like fuck. They just like fuck.
Dude, you like SpongeBob square nuts, bro?
Oh shit! Never mind. That's not. That's. I'm like, oh shit! Never mind. That was on Pornhub.
Dude.
Yo, you know what's sad when people go to Pornhub to like to search up like animated stuff.
Dude, I just go to Haven, bro.
No, you like it's like I don't know when you go like look. Like, I thought like Pornhub's mainly just so you can like actually like watch.
I don't even watch it anymore. I just go on Discord and just RP, bro.
I mean I've watched movies on Pornhub if that makes you feel better.
Movies.
Yeah.
Like illegally downloaded movies.
No, it's just like no. It's like an actual movie. Like at one point I watched what's it called? Fuck, what's the movie called? Olympus Has Fallen.
Is it like a parody?
No, it's like the actual movie.
What?
Yeah, as a joke, me and my class watched Shrek on there, and like anytime, like well, no, we left Shrek playing in one of like the computers, and then we just walked out. It was like the Shrek movie, and it was on Pornhub, and so we were just like, we just left it there.
That's funny, bro.
That's funny.
Did he say anything about it after like the next day?
No, he never mentioned it, so I don't know if one of the students found it first, or if he found it, he just didn't want to talk about it.
It's like, God damn it.
Like, I don't know.
Dude, I photoshopped my teacher when I was in his class. Back when the best teacher ever left, the wood drafting teacher. We're not gonna say his name because of privacy reasons. No. I'm about to blur that. I don't want to fucking edit this. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna leave it in. Yeah, he when he left, when we got like the new teacher in there, the black one, I photoshopped him like all the time, and I put it as my wallpaper.
Oh no.
And like I would Photoshop in his class, finish the wallpaper, and leave it on there, and then he would fucking wipe the entire.
I know you're talking about Bukaki.
Yeah. Bukaki.
Everyone called him Mr. Bukaki.
I know I did too. In his class.
No, I didn't have him as a teacher, but I know who he is because of the fact that he's the other school's teacher. Since he has to do double shifts.
Yeah, I would fucking shit in his class. I put his face on like the Ugandan flag or some shit.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. The new one. I gave him a picture of like this one meme, and then he was like disappointed.
Goddamn, I missed the person that I was with in that class. Victor, holy shit, dude, he was fucking amazing. In that class, he was so funny, bro. He always had the funniest fucking shit.
Oh, I can't believe it's not Potter.
Oh shit, I made that. I love that.
Yeah. Good times.
It was great.
Yeah.
Maybe I just fucking pissed in his class. Like I just not pissed, but like I just fucking did whatever.
For most of my classes, I just don't give a fuck about them. Well, kind of. I don't give a fuck about what I do. Like I'm just like a chill dude. But
yeah.
I don't know. In the sense, I'm a decent student, but I just like mess around with people too much. Oh my! Like this last semester, I was in like the drafting class, and then like all we ever like for some reason all we did is like talk about memes and a whole bunch of stuff. Like I remember one time we were in the back, we were doing Reddit 50/50. And
holy shit!
Yeah, and then from there we just like let's just go look at videos on Live League. And
dude, I fucking dude, I went on Rotten.com in that class.
No, one of the worst ones was like, so basically, it was basically some girls like stepping on some guys like nuts, and then one of them exploded, and I was like, "Oh,
holy shit!"
I felt that. I felt that. You know, at a time where like something happened, you feel like your dick cringe.
Your dick cringe.
Yes. Like it rolls back up.
That shit goes inside of you, bro.
Like it feels weird. It's like, oh, I felt that. Like those kind of things. And it was like, oh no.
God damn it.
Yo, and there's this one where there's this guy who was like a motorcycle accident. His like face was opened up.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Like there was like no bone on the front. It was just like opened up, and I was like, oh god damn, I wouldn't live. And he was like squirming, and I was like, oh no, his face is flapping.
God. Yeah, I've seen all that shit. I've seen enough. It doesn't affect me anymore. That CBT shit though, that fucks me up. I don't want to see that shit.
And then they were like searching porn actors.
Dude, I saw a video of a stiletto. It was like put through somebody's dick hole. And then
please stop.
No, but he was like, and it kept going, and then she pulled it out, and it was like fucking blood just gushing out.
Oh, I feel that. What the fuck? You know what? I don't know if you ever like felt your dick cringe. That's why I was going in there.
I feel that, bro. I felt that when I saw it, bro.
No, that was one of the that was a really good class because like near the end of the year, all we did like for the past for the last month was just play Minecraft.
Yeah, I kind of got my friend into that fucking fucked up shit, and then he would just pull it up in class all the time, and we would just look over his computer. He would just be looking at dead bodies and
No,
shit.
no, you know how the back two computers,
Oh yeah, 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 yeah.
back monitors, like the one that
Are facing
we
away
use
from
that
the.
one. Yeah,
Really,
we
like
use that.
the teachers. The teachers like back two monitors.
Yeah, we always use that one.
That's funny.
Yeah, so we would like search things up, and then when we had the subs, that was the best thing ever. We
remember-
only got caught by sub once.
I remember when somebody brought Swiss Miss, like the fucking chocolate powder, and we would just like pour it into the computer fan. And then we would like turn on the computer, and it would just fucking blow it all out into the classroom.
Oh no!
You'd see the fucking computer start blowing powder out of it, and it was just fucking funny. Those computers ran like shit, and we stole RAM out of the other one. I'm sorry if this is incriminating, but like I really gotta tell it. And we stole RAM out of the other one, and then we put it in hours. Like we stole the ones out of the one that weren't working. We put it in hours until we got like 32 gigabytes. So and because our computer had like Windows 10 on it, because some fucking idiot installed Windows 10 and made it run slow as shit. So we took all the RAM and we shoved it in our computer without the teacher knowing.
I guess. Oh no.
That was a fun class, and I passed the shit out of it. I got like a fucking 97. And then when I took Mr. LaCourt's class, I got it like 101.
Oh no, his grading was just like stupid.
We did like 4 assignments in Mr. Bukaki's class, or Mr. Bukaki's class.
I don't know. Yo, I didn't even do the half the assignments that we got for like this past semester with the new teacher, and then I somehow passed everything.
I know.
I just did amazing in that class.
It was great. I miss classes like that where you could actually learn shit. Because I actually learned how to use all that stuff in his class, and
No, I learned how to do most of it ourselves. Like that's the thing. It's like
I know.
They just give you the environment. They don't even teach you. You do it yourself.
well, in Mr. Bukaki's class, it was just straight environment. He didn't teach us shit.
This past
We had to
semester,
read through textbooks and find out how to do everything.
on my class when I was with Dr. L.
Yeah.
He did teach us, but yeah, he just showed examples. Like he tried to be like, oh yeah, strict, and then he didn't do anything the rest of the time. And then like
When we would turn the lights off, and he would be like, "Everybody, keep your hands to yourself. We don't want nothing sexual going on."
nah, he would like he was like funny as fuck though.
And then he would fucking fart in class, and he'd be like, "Sorry, man, it's a medical condition."
The medical condition he was like, I think I may got a bird flu. Cool.
He was such a fucking bro.
He was like, I think I got a bird flu. He'll make like bird noises.
And then he said skeet skeet, but he didn't know what that fucking meant. He didn't know that meant to fucking nut.
No, he was like, I think he did know that. So, no, but he always
After a while, he knew because somebody told him.
He was like, hey, everyone, shut up. It's library. I wonder if he ever did that to you guys.
Shut up, boss, library. No, I was in like the beginning of his I was in like the beginning of his teaching over there.
No, I got like I had him for drafting 1 and 2.
I had him for just drafting 1. I had him a long time ago. It was like before he was a bro. I remember when he squared up against that fucking kid. That shit was funny, bro.
No, I had him my freshman and sophomore year. So yeah.
He fucking squared up against a kid and just like threw his hands up. And he was just like, "You trying to fight me, bro?"
Nah, and then he'll say, "God bless."
God bless. God bless.
God bless. God bless. The word of the day. Wait, did he ever do the word of the day with you guys?
Yeah.
It'll be like the same thing every day.
It would
He
be
was like,
just
no,
hello, and it would be hello in different languages, bro.
it's like he'll be like hello, or like it'll be a greeting in every language. And
Yeah,
so for
in
some
every
reason,
language. Yeah.
it'll be like the same one every day. Or like it'll be like a different language, but it's like the same one. I was like, I don't think that's right. Or there's some guy named Jeremy Paz. He was like, I got my own, and he put it up there, and it was like some like
Cock.
Japanese phrase.
I'm just like bored as shit.
Yeah,
His class was fucking fun, and
it's
he's
quality. It's quality.
isn't
Man.
he still in state? NC State.
I think no, I think he moved because they didn't want to pay him.
Damn.
He wanted to be paid like more, even though he only taught classes a few days, and then like, and he was new. So yeah, he moved to a different school that was gonna pay him.
I respect. Motherfucking NC State, bitch. You a fucking college. You better pay good. You get fucking so much money from us. So much money from every fucking student.
The good times, good times.
It really was.
It really was.
All right, bro. I'm horny as fuck. Let's get off.
All
It's
right.
gonna be the end of the stream, bro.
Yeah, I'll see you.
All right.
Here's your boy signing off.